Hey everybody, hope you're all doing well. My name is Steven, and this is the Storytime channel. Today we have some entitled parent stories, and our first story of the day is by Nobody's Artist, entitled Mother Thinks Our Fresh Milk is Too Expensive, Wants to Buy Calf Instead. So for a little bit of background, my grandma works on a medium-sized dairy farm as kind of a manager, and I, 18-year-old female, help her out from time to time. We have a thing called Milk Filling Station. It's basically a vending machine where you can buy fresh milk from us, and it's €1 per liter. We're located on a hill a little outside a small village and surrounded by meadows and forests. So we do get some hikers or families on a nice walk from time to time, especially on the weekends, and they usually look at the calves and buy some milk. One shift here usually includes 4 people. Everyone has different jobs to fulfill, so most of the time you're alone just doing your tasks, and my job is essential for the milking process, as it includes bringing the cows to the milking station and back to their herds. And now on to the actual story. As I've mentioned, I'm alone most of the time, just doing my thing, running around inside the farm. It's a restricted area. We have signs up since it can be quite dangerous, but the gates are open to make work easier and for ventilation, so theoretically everyone could walk in. Still, I was kind of surprised when I, in the midst of literally shoveling cow crap, was met with a rather annoyed ahem behind me. I turned around, shovel still in hand, and saw a woman maybe in her mid-30s standing before me, way too overdressed to be seen anywhere near a farm. She also didn't look like she was on a casual walk with her family. At least, I wouldn't do one in the high heels she was wearing. She was looking at me rather angrily, and I immediately knew that this was probably the day I'd been waiting for, although I never expected it to be here, of all places. Before I could even so much as open my mouth, she already started speaking in a very condescending tone to me. "Finally, I've been looking for someone to help me for ages. Why are none of you doing your job and being there when you're needed?" I was instantly annoyed with this woman because how dare she come in here and talk to me like that? And also, what job was she referring to? Because I, for one, was doing mine right at this moment, and it was strictly timed. I had to get stuff done with zero time to listen to this lady. Still, I try to give her the benefit of the doubt and be nice. "Sorry, if you're referring to the office in the front, there is usually no one since we're all in here doing our job." "Well, what's the problem? Maybe I can help?" I thought that maybe she had a flat tire or something around here and needed help, because I legitimately had no idea what someone dressed like her could want on a dairy farm. She just scoffed at me. "Huh, unbelievable. You should be over there in case someone needs your help like I do. Anyways, your milk is too expensive." "I'm sorry, what?" "I said your milk is too expensive. I want a better price." She was saying every word slowly and loudly as if she thought I was disabled. "Oh, are you talking about the vending machine? I'm sorry, but that's a fixed price. I can't change that, and in my opinion," she cut me off. "I didn't ask for your opinion. It's way cheaper at the supermarket, but my daughter wanted to try fresh milk, so we drove here. You should match the price at the supermarkets, or you won't sell much." "Ma'am, we're not a supermarket. We're selling the leftover fresh milk so it doesn't go to waste." She cut me off again. "What? That's leftover milk? Ew, and to imagine my daughter could have drank that." Now for clarification, when I said leftover milk, I meant that it was fresh milk, as in barely out of the cow fresh, that we weren't able to sell to the company which collects our milk because they have fixed numbers, and if we produce more milk than those numbers, we would have to throw it away. But with the vending machine, at least some of it still gets sold. If you want fresher milk than that, you would have to milk the cow yourself right into the bottle. I started to try and explain this to the entitled mother, but she immediately cut me off again. No, this is unacceptable. Neither me nor my child will drink old milk." And then the dreaded sentence came, "I want to speak to your manager." I already had enough of this BS, pun intended. And as I've already said, a strictly timed job that I had to get back to. Because we were in the middle of milking our cows, and this lady was literally holding up the whole process by holding up me. So I was more than happy to agree and get her to my manager, my grandma, and have her out of my hair. I just motioned for her to follow me and speed walked in the direction of the front office, while the lady was trying to keep up in her high heels without breaking her ankles. Now, our office is kind of another building and the door closest to us was locked. So we had to walk around the building, across the parking lot for the workers, and through another entrance that happened to be right besides the boxes we kept the newborn calves in. This also was the place where I met the before-mentioned daughter of the entitled mother. The girl was maybe 10 years old and happily watching the calves and petting them when we came into view. As soon as she saw her mom, she ran to her and started excitedly jumping up and down. Mom, look at the cute calves." She dragged her mom over to the boxes. "Look, it's so cute. I named her Emma. Can we keep her, please?" I expected the entitled mother to maybe say something along the lines of, "A cow is not a pet," or "We don't have the space," or maybe, "I don't know how to take care of a cow," but boy, I was wrong. Instead, the mom turns to me and asks completely serious, "How much are these?" Now, although we do sell our male calves since they're of no use to us, I for one wasn't sure how much exactly this calf was worth. Pretty sure that there was a registration process involved in owning a cow and in no way, shape, or form authorized to just sell a calf like that. And on top of that, cows aren't exactly animals you can just put in your yard and be done with. I say I'm sorry, but I was cut off again. "No, I asked how much it is. Tell me." "Ma'am, that's a cow, not a pet." "I know, but your milk is way too expensive anyways. Just sell me one of those if my daughter wants it, and we will have our own really fresh milk." At this point, I strongly considered just walking away because there was no way this woman could be serious. She seriously wanted to buy an animal that would grow up to be around 1.40 meters high and 700 kilograms heavy. Strong enough to kill you if you handled them wrong. Not only that, but also a cow of a breed that needs to be milked twice a day because it produces as much milk as possible, which is around 30 to 50 liters at our farm. All that because €1 per liter for fresh milk apparently was too much, and her daughter thought our calves were cute. They are, but that's not the point. Plus, you need to properly take care of them, feed them right, and just getting a calf won't give you instant milk. She has to grow up, get pregnant, give birth, etc. All around, this entitled mother would have had to have waited for another 24 to 28 months until her calf starts giving milk, and then repeat the process every year. So she would have new calves to take care of every year just to keep her one cow running, so to speak. Instead of telling her directly how stupid, time, and money consuming this idea is, I decided to try and take the diplomatic way. "Ma'am, I understand, but it's not that easy. I'm afraid I'm not able." "Then get me someone who's able. I wanted to speak to your manager anyways. Why do you have to be such an incompetent worker? How old are you, 15? Children shouldn't talk back to adults." That's where I've had it, and so I just blurted out the best thing I could think of at the time. "I am an adult, and you should stop talking to me like that. I am not obligated to help you, and in fact, we could sue you for trespassing on private property." "How dare you threaten me? Young lady, that is no way to talk to a person older than you. Learn some respect. I demand to speak to your manager. I will get you fired for this." As if she was called, my grandma stepped out of the building right at that moment, probably because she heard the commotion. Grandma says, "What's going on here?" "Oh good, are you the manager of this place?" Grandma says, "At the moment, yes. How can I help you?" "This worker of yours was incredibly rude. She threatened me and my daughter and refused to help us. She even tried to assault me right before you came outside. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been on time." Entitled mother was trying to squeeze some fake tears out at this point, quickly swiping them away with her finger before they could ruin her very thick layer of makeup. "All we wanted was to ask if we could get the milk you're selling a little cheaper, and my daughter here really likes this calf over here, so we thought about buying it." My grandma was just silently listening to this woman's story, arms crossed and eyebrows raised because she could smell the BS from 3 miles away. Grandma says, "Ma'am, this is my granddaughter you're talking about, and I know for a fact that she wouldn't do any of that." Entitled mother went awfully quiet at that. So, about the milk. I maybe would have helped you out if you hadn't just lied to my face, but now I kindly ask you to just pay the full price as everyone else does. And the calf, I'm afraid I won't be able to sell it to you.
This is outrageous. I'm a paying customer. I would pay for this calf. Why are you refusing? My daughter wants a cow and she likes this one here.
The entitled girl says, "Her name is Emma." Grandma says, "Ma'am, that won't give you a cow. It will give you a bull. It's a male calf."
You're lying. You just don't want to sell it because it's pretty.
My grandma just silently pointed to the big male symbol on the side of the box, clearly labeling it as a boy. At this point, the entitled mother just huffed and mumbled something about stupid, uneducated people from the countryside and how she would never come back here ever again, which I would also really appreciate. The entitled girl was whining loudly about her Emma while her mom was dragging her back to their expensive-looking car, and my grandma and I watched them drive away before having a good laugh about the whole story. I'm definitely glad Emma didn't go home with those people. My question for you guys is, would you be willing to try fresh milk practically straight from the farm? Or would you rather stick to the store-bought stuff? Or do you not even drink milk or prefer a milk substitute? Let me know in the comments down below. Our next stories by the manager is a Kyle. Karen wants my book that I paid for her illiterate son, who is also an a-hole. Okay, so a bit of backstory. My whole family, except for me and my younger brother, were born in Europe. While we were born in the US, our household speaks English and our Slovak at home. So I learned both. However, I learned to write in Slovak first. I started going to school at a charter school and had a great time until in the 3rd grade, I met a real jerk. He complained and snitched a ton to get his way, bit people occasionally, and was overall a jerk. This story takes place in the 5th grade. Every year at the school, we have a book fair. It is basically an expensive bookstore fundraiser. This year, I managed to snatch up the last book they had in stock of my favorite series. I paid for it and sat down and read for about 15 minutes before the jerk kid and his Karen mom come in. I keep reading, then my friend comes in. I then see Karen McCrapface walk towards me. She stands over me for a while and then says, "Excuse me." "Yes," I reply.
Give me your book, she says.
"No," I say.
Give me your book. My son wants your book, so you have to give it to me. You are too old to be reading this kind of book. You are already 10.
I said no, and that I would not give her the book. And then this witch slaps me clean across the face and tries to kick me in the balls before my friend football tackles her. The one cop at the school is called, while the teachers and friend try to calm down Karen. The kid sneaks up on me and bites my freaking arm. I elbow him in the face and run outside. Now, I'm used to physical pain because I and my little brother fight every once in a while, but man, my face stung. After a couple of minutes, I was fine, and the cop was there. They had calmed down the Karen, but the second I came back to get my book, she started fighting back and saying that I had assaulted her. The cashier and my friend told everyone the truth, and I was told to go to the nurse, which I did. 2 hours later, I and my friend were called to the principal's office, where he asked us what happened. We answered truthfully, and he then checked the security footage, where the whole thing unfolded. Later, some guy asked my parents if they wanted to press charges, which they answered as no. The kid got suspended, and I got them to pay for my book. I feel bad for the kid because I feel like they have genuine issues that they need to work through, and this mother is doing the exact opposite of what they should be doing and enabling really negative behaviors to manifest. I feel bad for the kid. And our final story of the day is by His the Whizzle. Entitled Mother wants me to be free full-time childcare to her kids because I am at home, working. So I'm a stay-at-home mom to my 1-year-old. While staying at home, I run the account side of my partner's business, invoicing, procurement, bookkeeping, etc. Not masses of work, but when the phone rings, I answer it kind of stuff. Partner would be the first to admit he's useless at this. A girl I met whilst pregnant who had her son roughly the same time as my youngest has just gone back to work after having 2 kids. We got pretty close during pregnancy. She's a bit younger than me, but she was helpful because she's been through it before. Father of the kids left her a few months back and he works full-time. Her mother was supposed to have her son and their 3-year-old daughter from 10 to 2 every day. However, that's all fallen through and her mom didn't actually quit her job as promised. WhatsApp conversation as follows.
My mom's not going to be watching the kids anymore when I go back to work.
I say, oh no, that's awful. What are you going to do? Have you looked at nurseries?
We can't afford a nursery for 2 kids. I might as well not go to work for what it costs.
I know, childcare is ridiculously expensive. Might have more luck with a childminder.
Any chance you could watch them for a few hours?
I don't mind helping out now and then if something comes up, but I can't do every day.
What? But you said you'd always help if we needed.
Yeah, I meant if your mom was sick or busy, not every day.
It's only a few hours. They won't be too much trouble. They will keep your little one occupied.
It's hard enough looking after my own and working. I really can't manage 3.
But you don't work.
I do spend a few hours a day keeping things running for partner.
Oh right, that. I don't really see the problem. Why can't you watch them? It's only a few hours.
It's 4 hours. It also means I can't go anywhere because I can't fit 3 car seats in my car.
Well, the only way I can work is if we have free childcare, so someone's going to have to watch them for me.
She did the stupid shruggy arms emoji here too. I'm sorry, but I really can't do it. It wouldn't work.
I really think you're being unfair here. You're not doing anything all day, and you won't even look after my kids for a few hours.
It's not fair of you to expect me to watch your 2 kids as well as my own, unpaid, 5 days a week, whilst I also have to do all the admin for the business.
Can't you just pay someone to do that?
Why should we pay someone to do something I'm currently doing at 0 cost to us so that I can watch your kids for free?
Because I need your help. Funny how you can watch your own child but not mine.
Looking after 1 kid is a lot different to 3.
I think you're just being difficult because you don't want to help me.
Etc., etc. Conversation ended. Didn't speak to her, but saw a passive-aggressive Facebook status about fake friends and people who let you down. Moron. When things get in a pinch, friends should be able to have each other's back, for sure. But like OP was trying to say, that doesn't mean that OP should be the one having to look after your kids 5 days a week, full-time, for free. There's asking somebody for a favor, and then there's literally asking someone to take up an entire second job here for free. OP's right. But with that being said, that's all the time we have for today. So if you have a favorite story of the day, let me know which story and why in the comments down below. But besides that, if you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like, and if you haven't, subscribe and turn notifications on so you'll never miss an upcoming video. No matter what you do, whether it's just viewing the video, liking, subscribing, turning notifications on, I appreciate the heck out of it. Every little thing that you do helps the channel grow that much more, and I can't thank you enough for it. So until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll be right here next time on the Storytime channel.